It's not who you meet. It's who you follow up with. This is Street Talk, episode number 206. I used to be afraid of networking, but through actually networking, I got over my fears. And it took me a really long time to realize that it's not about how many cards you collect, it's not about how many people you meet, but it's about how many people you follow up with and have meaningful conversations with. Yesterday, I walked into a room and I connected with somebody that I haven't seen in a really long time. And this person told me, they said, I remember meeting you 3 years ago. And I remember you were telling me your networking strategy to make sure that you don't leave the room without collecting a certain amount of cards. And I remember I was one of those people that would walk into the room and try to get every single person's business card. But after a while, after going to dozens and dozens of networking events every single year, I realized that I had way too many people to follow up with if you want to be able to take your networking to the next level. It's all about the relationships that you have, built one at a time. So if you're gonna go to a networking event and you're gonna go and meet people, it's worthless to meet somebody unless you have an intention to follow up with that person. It takes an extra few minutes for you to connect with somebody on Facebook, to connect with somebody on LinkedIn, to connect with somebody on Twitter. Yes, I know that it takes time. I know that it takes time for you to follow up, and we don't have time to follow up. We just have time to go to events. But there's no purpose for you to go to an event if you don't make time to follow up with the people that you're meeting with after. What's the point of going to an event and not following up with anybody? What I do is I say I'm gonna follow up with 3 people after every single event that I go to. If I go to an event, I'm gonna put 30 minutes in my calendar to follow up with 3 people. That means take their information. If I want to be in touch with them in the future, if I want to connect with them, if I want to build a relationship, add them to my contact database. I use Google Contacts as my primary contact database for my personal contacts and my business contacts. That's number 1. Number 2, connect with them on social media because you want to be able to see what they're up to, you want them to be able to see what you're up to, and you want to have that connection. Number 3, send them an email or send them a text message. Thank them while it's still fresh in their mind. Remind them and set up next steps. If you intentionally meet people at events and then intentionally follow up with them, you will get motivated! And you'll take your life to the next level because it's not about how many people you know, it's about how many people know you. Stay motivated, Mojo Nation.